Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. So I'm going to be doing a video a bit later on about a change or a requested change by the councils to the council tax. So if you're not subscribed, do subscribe so you can be notified when that video drops. So now I'm going to be talking about a study which has shown that over 50s who have long-term illnesses are less likely to get work than those under 50. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is a site called This Is Money. It says ageist employees dump ill over 50s on the scrap heap, which is, well, I mean, I have to say there are more people over the age of 50 trying to find a job. There just aren't that many jobs around for everyone to get. But anyway, over 50s with long-term health conditions are being left on the scrap heap thanks to ageist assumptions by employers, according to a new study. Centre for Ageing Better found that those aged 50 to 64 were 60% more likely to be out of work than those in the 35 to 49 bracket suffering similar conditions. That means millions of older workers face years of financial uncertainty before they reach retirement, it concluded. It was the latest study to highlight Britain's need to bring more over 50s back into the workforce and reverse the surge in those who are economically inactive rather than employment, neither in employment nor looking for a job. Well, anyway, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this in a moment. Emily Andrews, Deputy Director for Work at CAB, said prior to the pandemic, employment growth was largely driven by increasing the participation of workers aged 50 and over. This trend is stalled, and for Labour to meet its ambitions of an 80% employment rate, their health and work initiatives will need to work for people in their 50s and 60s. Andrews called for age-positive tone from the government, and the report wants it to set targets including 75% employment for those aged 50 to 64 by 2030. It is not health that is holding this age group back. It is the failure of employment support and many employers in not giving them the opportunities to contribute fully. The report said it was a myth that older workers with long-term health conditions would inevitably be forced out of work. Now, what I would say is I've watched YouTube videos and seen reports of a lot of people who are 50 and over who have been looking for work, can't get a job, have had loads of interviews, don't get work. So I know that that is happening. I would say again, this age group with long-term health conditions, maybe you should be looking at trying to solve that first before you get them back into work, instead of just getting them back into work, because obviously if they have a long-term health condition, that may be preventing them from working for one reason or another. So I would say that, again, they're hitting this from the wrong angle. They're just saying, well, every age group has to get back to work regardless of what your physical or mental condition is like, and that's not necessarily how it works. I've said this before on the channel. Employers are sometimes reluctant to employ people who have conditions, and if there is an ageist trend on among employers, it's not going to be made any easier if those people also have long-term health conditions, because that's also going to put employers off, and that's just the way that it is. It happens. So let me know down in the comment section if you are in this age group and you have a long-term health condition or not. Just let me know your thoughts either way. Do you what do you think about this? Do you think that they need to be focusing on this, or do you think that they need to just be focusing on getting people well first before they start targeting getting people back into work? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, as always.